again YouTube, Mad Dog here, welcome back to my channel. So this little offering is a bit of a look round, an experiment if you like, something I've been messing about with out here, which is basically my take on the old traditional slow match or slow wick. No doubt you guys and lasses are already familiar with these things. You know, they're a real old traditional firelighting method, been used for hundreds of years. But I just thought I'd show you my take on it and what I've been playing with basically. And basically all I've got here is a piece of steel, in this case steel tubing. You can use copper, brass, whatever you lay your hands on basically. And it can be as long or as short as you like, depending what you're going to do with that thing. And in this case I've just used a piece of old automotive brake line piping, cut a piece of that off. Like so. I've done it this size so that it's pocket size or fire kit size basically. And the actual cordage that runs through is just a piece of natural jute twine netting that I've then submersed in molten boiled paraffin wax and allowed that to cool, and then you feed that through the piece of pipe. Obviously I've got a knot at this end to stop it all fraying all the ways up, and then the open end I've just fluffed open with a knife, or you scrape a striker off your ferro-Syrian rod. And Mad Dog ferro rod, you throw some sparks at it. I don't know if it's just in camera shot there, let's have a look. Yeah, that way's no doubt I'll miss, I usually do on camera. And there we go. So we've got this fire going, and obviously once the fibres settle down to an even burn, the wax takes over, then starts wicking, and you got yourself your slow match. Obviously conserving resources, your lighter, you can use lighter obviously, but it conserves your gas, and obviously you just then feed as much or as least wick out as you require. So you can stick that in your fire lay now, gives you an extended match basically. And that's the flame version of this, which I'm going to take outside, light my fire pit up with it. It's absolutely banging it down with rain, so I'm going to wait till it eases off, but as you'll see everything's soaking wet through, so it's as good as test as any. So that's the flammable, as I call it, flammable version of this. Now so you can just fold that up now and just chuck it in your pocket, nice and small, or a fire kit, nice. The other version of this is basically the same. I've just got the same piece of jute string, and I've French braided it, plaited it, so 3 pieces roughly braided together. And this time what I've done is submerged the string into a pot, a solution of potassium nitrate, saltpetre, that's just, I'll say tepid, it's not boiling but warm. So it's soaked all them crystals up and then hung it out to dry for a good few days. Now this version, just for ease, I'm going to use my lighter. It does work with a ferro rod. In fact, let's do it. Let's not skimp. So you just fluff the end up as you would with any tinder to catch a spot. Nice little fluff ball going on there. But this version shouldn't flame. It should just be a smouldering coal, if I can get it to go where I want it. There we go. You can probably hear the saltpetre crackling away there. So it's just like a slow burning wick basically. Now obviously the advantage of this is it's going to last a lot longer because its burn rate is slower. You can carry it with you. The potassium nitrate just does enough oxidising to keep the material alight, so it doesn't go out, so you can carry it easily, you know, over long distances. And then you would add that to your bird's nest, as always, with any coal that you've created by whatever means, and then blow it to flame. So that's the slow match potassium nitrate version. One footnote: when you are Yowza, ouch, he says, extinguishing these things. Be careful, they're very hot. And always make sure it's completely out before you put it in your bug out bag, your rucksack, your Bergen, whatever you want to call it, your pocket even, more so. Really make sure it's extinguished, because they are effective and they burn very well. So I've made several of these. I've been experimenting with some big ass stuff here, like something you like light an old cannon with, you know. And another piece that's crystallised with potassium nitrate there. Just basically experimenting with different things. And in here I've got me a bag full of the thinner stuff, and I tried to do an experiment with a mix, a hybrid of wax and potassium nitrate, which, you know, I had varying successes with. It does work, however I've made them too thick to go through my tubing, because there's too much wax with the crystals in there now, so the diameter is too big to go through my tubing, so they'd have to be handheld, you know, as is the other thicker stuff. But you know, it's another form of tinder. So right, let's get outside, light the fire pit up and use one properly. Yeah. Okay, so we're at the fire lay now, so I've just got some reasonably dry sticks. Hopefully, I know the lighting's terrible out here, but honestly it has been absolutely tipping it down. Everything is wet through. It's not ideal. It's been quite windy as well over here in the UK, in the Midlands, so it's not ideal, but I've got as best as fire lay as I can with the materials I've got around me, without using, you know, my firewood, my pallet wood, etc. I've got a feather stick in the centre that I've just roughly made with my old Mora knife. So let's crack this bad boy up, and let's just pan you around here as a little ways, bear with me. Just the old stump, if I can. We've got my gas lantern on at the moment, just to hopefully you can see me firing this up. It says. The end, he says. There we go. So obviously now I'll just move you back round a little ways. Obviously now we're going to get that in his fire lay. Hopefully it's a good way, hopefully, unless I extinguish it. I like the feather stick up, and I can hold that in there, you know, for as long as I want now, because I've got an extended match basically, so pretty cool. Oops. Letting it go out there. Move it into different places, and once you've got your fire going, pull your kindling over the top of that. And I can extinguish this then by simply pulling the string down into the steel tube, and then quickly sliding it back up again, so the wax doesn't melt to the inside of the tube, obviously. And as you can see, the fire's struggling because it's real damp out here. Everything's wet through. But hopefully we'll get there. Should start to burn through when we generate some heat. Got it nice and open, plenty of oxygen flow. I don't know if this is picking up, but it's emitting a lot of smoke because, like I say, everything's pretty damp, to say the least. So, but you get the idea anyway. Anyway. That's my take on the slow match, or slow wick. They're easy to make. Nice dandy little bit of kit to throw in a fire kit. You know, why not have an experiment, see what you guys and lasses think. Leave a comment, let me know what you'll think. And I'll see you all soon. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to be doing another video probably tonight. I want to ask you all a bit of a question, see what you'll think. Anyways, take care out there. Mad Dog signing off. Yeah!